So we now know the teams that make up the 2021-2022 Europa Conference Group stages, of course, and those teams have been separated in their respective groups. But who's going to go through? Who's going to go home? I've got my early little picks coming at ya next. Back once again with another prediction video today. We're looking forward to the Europa League Conference Group stages and got my early door predictions coming at you, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and get your bag up today with all things Europa Conference League related, Bapper Novas related, woo, football related. We're going to know here under one Rooskies. Of course, now we know the groups, we know the teams, of course, who's going to take advantage of this brand new squeaky clean competition from the UEFA, of course. Over the next few days, we're going to predict each and every one of the groups, of course, my early door picks to see who will go through and who will go home, of course. But anyway, let's get cracking, of course, and jump into the thick of things. So here we go, boys and girls, here we bloody go, of course, with UEFA's brand new competition, the Europa Conference League. Over the next few days, we'll predict each and every one of the groups, my top picks, who will go through, who will go home, of course. But I've got a bit of an interactive element for you guys. You can get involved with this yourselves, of course. If you want to get involved, there is a link. It is free to enter. It is group predictions. You use that code right there. It should be in the description as well. Now, this code is universal for this competition, at these group stages anyway. You just go there, you put your picks for each and every one of the groups, press submit, and of course at the end of the group stages we'll see who had it all right, who had it all wrong, and I'll have a little leaderboard and all that kind of stuff. It is for fun. I hope you enjoy it. But anyway, let's get in the deep end. Alright then, let's say hello to Group H then, shall we? Of course, we got the likes of FK Kairat, Omonia Nikosia coming out of Cyprus, Qarabağ are in there, of course, and FC Basel from Switzerland. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Of course, we're going to try and figure it out right here, right now. So let's have a look at, of course, match day number 1. We have, of course, on 16th of September, Kairat take on Omonia Nikosia over in Kairat. Of course, I don't even know where that is. I've got my notes with me, but of course, home games are vital. Of course, away days, you can get anything, you, of course, will give yourselves a big old boost. I've gone with a 1-1 draw on this one. Of course, Omonia Nikosia and Basel, probably my favourites, outside favourites on this one to get ourselves into the top 2 spots. But of course, Qarabağ could be a difficult unit to take on as well. And they take on Basel in the opening day, of course, over in Group H on the 16th of September. And Qarabağ will not get a result, they'll get a defeat, 2-1 loss. Basel picking up the W on the road, of course, already opening day situation for them at the top of the table, of course. Heading into match number 2, of course, Basel will then take on Kairat, who picked up a draw against Omonia Nikosia on September, or their day 1 match 1. Of course, this is to take place on September the 30th. Basel will get back-to-back wins on this one. 2-0 win as well, and already probably 1 foot into the next stage. Who's going to be the team that, of course, take advantage of their second match of the campaign? Omonia Nikosia will host Qarabağ, and they'll get themselves a 2-1 win over in Cyprus on this one to give themselves maybe advantage. They still remain unbeaten, of course, picking up that draw against Kairat on the road, which, of course, is a strategy. Make sure you get something on your away day travels. And, of course, if they can get anything out of the next game against Basel, then they'll be right in the driving seat. So kicking on off match number 3 as we edge closer to the halfway mark, 21st of October. Bit of a gap between the, of course, match number 2 and number 3. Of course, I think international break is in there. Qarabağ will pick up a result. Yes, they will. 3-0 win over Kairat. Of course, over in Qarabağ. Where's that? Is that Azerbaijan or something like that? Meanwhile, Basel take on Omonia Nikosia, of course, for the top honours, you would think. Back-to-back wins for Basel. Of course, unbeaten campaign as well for Omonia Nikosia. But Basel will come out on this with 3 wins on the spin. And, of course, back-to-back home wins. Of course, back-to-back clean sheets as well at home. And, of course, probably already through to the next stage. Kairat will then host Qarabağ, of course, in the reverse fixture as we get over the hump. Of course, on the 4th of November, match day number 4 for them. Of course, it'll be a draw all around. That's right, 1 point apiece. Probably, definitely. Advantage Qarabağ on this one. Of course, Kairat have just got the home. They're unbeaten at home, but of course they're only getting draws, which of course is not good enough. Meanwhile, Qarabağ have picked up a 3-pointer against Kairat last round. Meanwhile, Omonia Nikosia right the wrongs. Of course, the reverse fixture just previously against Basel when they go to Cyprus on the 4th of November. No, they cannot. It'll be a 0-0 draw, and you would think that is it. Home and hose, Basel are on over the line, of course, and they'll probably even go the distance unbeaten. And yet another clean sheet, which is of course proven to be a massive boost for them mentally. Of course, into match number 5 we go now. Kairat take on Basel over in Kairat on the 25th of November. Of course, Kairat unbeaten at home, of course, but Basel, sorry, unbeaten, of course, home and away. Of course, they'll continue that with back-to-back draws, potentially open up a chance for Omonia Nikosia to pick up the win. But of course, they've got to beat Qarabağ on the road to be in that conversation as well. So of course, match number 5 on the 25th of November, beat Qarabağ up against Omonia Nikosia, and I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Qarabağ on this one. So back-to-back home wins for them. Of course, they did lose to Basel on opening day. They did pick up a win or a draw, sorry, against Kairat to give themselves an outside sniff on this one. So you never know. Qarabağ have got an outside shot to get in that top 2. Into the final match as we go. Basel take on Qarabağ over in Switzerland. And of course, Basel have been pretty faultless at home. They'll continue it with another win, a 3-1 win this time around. No clean sheet, but of course, there's 3 points in the bag. They'll go through unbeaten at the top of the table. Of course, joining them will probably be Omonia Nikosia with a 2-1 win over Kairat. Of course, we'll do the math quickly. That's of course take place on the December the 9th. On this one over in Group H. So to confirm it, in 4th spot would be Kairat with just the 3 points on the board, of course. Unbeaten at home. Yes, I'm picking up all draws though. Me minus in 3rd. It is Qarabağ with 7 points, of course, which is just 1 less than Omonia Nikosia, who will go through, or at least to the playoffs anyway. Of course, running away with it is Basel, unbeaten, picking up 14 points over possible 18. That's my picks. Get your picks in, of course, for this one using the code, and also get your comments in down below. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know, and of course, I look forward to seeing what you got. Of course, now before we bow out of here, of course, make sure you get your predictions in using this cute little code here. It is free to enter, of course. Get your predictions in, who you think will be 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th for the respective groups, and make sure you press submit in the end. But that's it, my friends. Be sure to give the video some love, smash the old thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the best place to do it. We also have a wide open, free to enter Discord. Make sure to check that out. All that information is in the old description down below. But anyway, look forward to the Europa Conference League. Who's your tip for the title? Let me know. Until then, I'll see you soon. But be safe, mask up, and of course we'll be back when of course the games come around. But until then, we're done.